Yo, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 essential tips to help speed up your workflow in Unreal Engine. Make sure you stay till the end, where I show you a pro tip for how I've been doing things different than most developers, which has helped me improve my code a lot. Starting with tip number 1, obviously it's very important to know the shortcuts to quickly switch between moving, rotating, and scaling, which are the W, E, and R keys, and how to use measured or free values here. But it's also helpful to know about pressing G to show and hide the UI in the editor. It's useful to get a scope of what your scene is looking like without having to press play. Then there's the P key for showing the nav mesh bounds when you begin using AI. Another helpful shortcut is Control and this squiggly button next to the number 1 key that lets you switch between world and local space. It's very helpful when you need to bounce back and forth between them quickly. Next tip is the debugging dropdown. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to use this. Essentially, say you created some new logic and you're trying to see if it works. Of course, you can press play and check that way, but if your code is really long, it may only work partially and you can't determine what the midpoint is. Well, that's where this handy tool comes in. Any blueprint that you open that's in your level at the time you're in the blueprint, you can click this drop down and see what logic is running. This can help you determine if your logic stops halfway through or doesn't run at all, and you can be a step closer to fixing the issue. The third tip is the ability to click and drag to select multiple items in the editor. You can do this by holding Control, Alt, and click and drag. This is super helpful so you can select a lot of things at once instead of one at a time. It's also helpful if you're making your own animations within the sequencer. You can select multiple bones at once and edit them together. You're also able to shift and drag to select additional new items, as well as hit Control and click to deselect. Okay, fourth tip is to keep your preview window on top of your screen at all times. So when you're debugging, it's not disappearing anytime you click into Blueprints and are having to open it up every time it's hidden. You can do this by going to Edit, Editor Preferences, type Always on Top, and set it to True. Now you can have your preview window open, debug, and click around without it disappearing. My last tip for you is inside Blueprints, you can disconnect pins by holding Alt and then clicking on any of them. This is very helpful so you aren't having to right click and then click disconnect. Now, my pro tip is that when your blueprints begin to get really big and repeat the same code, create macros that you can call on instead of copying and pasting or entering it all again from scratch. This is very useful because you're making the code once and shortcutting your time to not have to do it again. Not only that, if you've made the code correctly, you don't run the risk of making a mistake if you were to create it all again. Some of you may ask, why a macro and not a function? In all honesty, functions are stupid. They're ugly. They're useless. Sorry, Epic, I still love you. But yeah, if you were to make a function, you can't use delays, timers, you're limited to one execution pin, which to me feels more restrictive than useful. But functions can be called by other blueprints. Okay, if you want to call a macro from another blueprint, all you gotta do is make a custom event, name it, and just add your macro at the end of it. Bada bing bada boom, you done got a macro that works exactly like a function. Alright, that's all I got for you in this video. I will see you all in the next one. Bye!